Ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching on YouTube, you might want to fast forward a wee bit, but please like the stream, that would help out. If you're watching a VOD, you might want to fast forward a bit because we're going to start off by building some decks. You might want to watch the deck building process. But yeah, if you're here for the gameplay, we're going to just start off with building a couple of decks, maybe 3, maybe 2 most likely, that we're going to be playing in today's stream at Rickety Bridge. I haven't played at all today. Pretty excited to see what this location is like. I've heard pretty good things. Loop. Alright. So, I have Orca in my shop. Unfortunately, I've still got no sign of Shanna, the she-devil. We're also going to be getting our weekly quests done very soon. After a couple of games. Let's clear up some space. This was the movement deck we settled on. This Sandman deck was actually kind of decent too. So is this... Bit of housekeeping. Welcome everybody. Hope you're well. Anyone mind typing it in the chat just so I can make sure it's actually working? Alright, so the main deck for today, main 2 decks. I doubt we're going to play them in the same deck. One is focusing on the man that is known as Colossus. In Rickety Bridge, this card should be smurfing, right? Because... Earth-QUAKE, mate, is Quake popping off? I mean, Earth-QUAKE, Earth-QUAKE. Quake does seem insane today, yes. So, Quake, also 2 energy, 3 stats, look at that. One of the least used cards in the game, but locations like this. Solid video, I agree with most things you said about Samsung. Thanks, Bella. I recorded it on stream, right, and then I re-recorded off stream where I was a bit more careful in what I said. I was a bit too brutal before. Just realized Specimen is basically Colossus, just not silver. Oh, yeah. What do you think of Thanos? I exclusively only use decks as I'm waiting for you to take on a Thanos deck. Yo, Blossy, that's sick. Bro, I don't have the card. I'm honestly thinking about buying it, though. I have, like, 12k tokens. I'm tempted to buy Thanos. I think Lockjaw. Probably, quite possibly with Death. Hard to say though. Without playing it, but yeah, I would wager like a Lockjaw deck with like no cheap cards. I also think you could play Storm with Thanos pretty well. You certainly want Chavez. You could also play M'Baku, and you could play Killmonger too. Killmonger to feed the Death. Obviously, Death, if you find it off Lockjaw, is nice. You certainly want Chavez. And yeah, like I say, maybe M'Baku's good there. Specimen recommending Chavez in a deck. No way. I know. Hey, Ishta, what's up? Welcome, everyone. Great to have you all here. Good night, Ngogo. Let me get chat on the screen, actually, in this... There we go. In the scene. Chat should now be showing up on screen. I hope. Let me refresh it on my end. Okay, so we can play these in the same deck, potentially. Could just be one fun deck. Like, we either go for the Colossus line or the Quake line. Obviously, like, Chavez is in the deck. I'm really liking this version I have of Chavez right now. I think, like, the rainbow background actually suits the look of this card, you know? It's a pretty fucking cool looking card, I can't lie. Now, the other thing we could do with Quake is we could Absorbing Man Quake as well. So we could like Quake on turn 5 and then Absorbing Man the Quake. So that's a consideration. Now, I guess the thing with Colossus is, do you actually need this to be more stats? Like, the piledriver part of the name comes in because we can buff it with Nikita, Okoye. We can buff it with Hulkbuster. I do want to build the deck as good as possible. So that's why, like, let's start with, like, actual separate deck for Colossus. Like, we don't want to go too all in because we still need, like, ways of winning another location, right? Now, my gut feeling is that way could be Storm and Jug. Seems pretty solid, pretty reasonable. I guess another reasonable way to win a location is with Spider-Man. Also, Professor X should be very good with this location, right? So we could go like Daredevil, Spidey. We could play, if we're playing, no, we could just go Spider-Man. I guess like this looks like one deck to me. This looks like a very fun one deck dimension because we could Quake the Storm lane as well. In some niche situations, if we're losing the Storm lane, we're like, yep, Quake, baby. So let's put Zabu in. Trying to make a bad deck good. And putting Zabu in is certainly going to help that. So we can go Spidey and Absorbing Man. I am on YouTube as well, done the don't tell anyone, please. I'm gonna get in trouble, mans. Whatever. I do what I want when I want. Okay, so we want some more 4-drops. Yours fan, thanks for the sub on YouTube. What's up, man? If you guys are good. If you're watching on YouTube, please do give the stream a little like. I'd appreciate it. We're just starting off in the deck builder, but we'll be cracking on pretty soon. So far, so good. Sunspot could be an option. More ways of buffing up Colossus could be an idea. Of course, if our opponents play armor, the Colossus isn't that good. But if they don't have armor, I guess like we don't really need points there, right? Like you don't actually need to make the Colossus more points. The piledriver name originally came from buffing up a lot, but I guess we don't need to. Now, Titania is a card I've been saying actually just today in my Discord that I want to experiment with more. I think she's amazing. I think also like Aero is insane, right? Like the fact that you can play Titania and Aero together on the last turn sounds kind of busted. Like we could Aero the flipping Colossus lane, right, to pull everything in. So Aero's in the deck, Titania's in the deck. Probably just want 2 more 4-drops, let's be honest. We're a little low on the 4s. So let's have a gander. Aero Magneto. Aero's a good shout. Doc, good shout. We don't have to go Zabu. I just figured like Absorbing Man, Quake is kind of nice. And Spider-Man, solid too. Aero into the new location won me a few games against Galactus. Nice. Doc Ock on the bridge for the culture. That does sound like a banger. Captain Marvel, also solid. Is this a Zabu deck? I mean, it's not really, like, it's more Quake and Colossus. And I'm just like, well, maybe we throw Zabu in because it's going to improve our win rate if we've got good cards. You get me? Because there's some pretty fun things that we can do. Iron Fisting Aero onto bridge. How does that work? Right, that's actually very cool. I like the sound of that. Let's put Iron Fist in. I really like the sound of that, mate. Iron Fist's good with Storm, too. Okay, we're definitely low on the 4s for Zabu, though, it must be said. So we might need to relax a bit here. I mean, it's also possible we just don't play Zabu. And we could kick the Absorbing Man. Absorbing Man Quake does sound very funny, though, you know. Hard to argue with a Shang-Chi, to be honest, as well, right? We'll probably get into a game pretty quickly here. And then just tweak as we go. Put Absorbing Man back. Now, is there anything we can cut to fit some more 5s in here? Some more 4s, rather. Enchantress, their armor. The problem with Enchantress armor is it would also hit Quake. Sorry, Colossus. But I guess we could play the Colossus afterwards. So we could go Enchantress too. What card should we cut? Maybe the Iron Fist, the Titania. Okay, John. I'm gonna ban you, mate, just because you've been saying this in like my Discord and everything. I don't really appreciate it, bro. It's not really welcome, bro. So, final warning. I'm gonna give you a fair warning. I'm gonna time you out. But if it happens again, I will ban you, bro. Okay. Hope you can understand. Have to protect my community. Iron Fist is pure meme. I mean, Iron Fist is just a good card. It's good with Storm. We can give this a spin. I definitely think we're a little low on 4s. I guess we could also just play like a JJ type card because of Storm. Maybe like the Jug is not worth. Jug just sounds nice at putting a card into Rickety Bridge. You know what I mean? We don't even have to win the Storm lane though with Quake, so... It definitely feels like we just want another 4. Let's get rid of Titania. And put in... Enchantress does sound nice. To be honest. It's kind of hard to argue with Enchantress. Yeah, mate, you can definitely suggest stuff, Eric. Okay, and then if we can get one more 4-drop in here... for like a Jessica Jones kind of card. That could also be nice. Doc Ock is Chad. But probably not straight away. Can Iron Fist Enchantress too? Yeah, true. Iron Fist just sounds nice. Death Wave's still good. It's okay. It's bad into Leader, it's bad into Leech, which are 2 very popular cards. Let's get rid of Shang-Chi for like a JJ. I don't play JJ too often anymore, but I think she's solid for this deck. I don't have Dark-QUAKE. Alright, we're going to start off with this. We're going to get into some games. Thanks, guys, for sticking with me in the deck builder. I know it's not everyone's cup of tea. Some people like it, some people don't. We're going to start off with this. We're going to tweak as we go. It's Quake and Colossus. I have not rolled into Shanna, so now that it's like a few days late, I'm not even sure I'll buy her, to be honest. I'm kind of tempted to get Thanos. And, I'm also going to this tournament in New York City in like a month, right? So making sure I have enough tokens spare to making sure I have enough tokens spare for when I want to just get a good card is important. Just hit Infinite with Thanos, would highly recommend. Nice one. What deck were you playing? Francisco as well, Ninja. Yeah, I don't actually own Dark-QUAKE, but that's like one of the cards that I might buy, right? If I decide, if Zabu doesn't get nerfed, it's going to be hard to argue with not playing Zabu at New York City. I'm going to win this tournament, right? Like I'm going to just bring what I believe to be the best deck. Hopefully, looks like Cerebro 3, right? Hopefully, I can bring some fun stuff, and it's not just going to be super boring though, you know. Want the list? Yeah, bro, go for it. If you just put the part of the code in that's just the cards limbo, that's probably the best way of doing it, because the codes are just a mess, aren't they? Certainly is Cerebro 3, which, I mean, considering we have Enchantress in this deck, could be a snap from us. We're going to hold off on that for the moment. Let's take the Quake. I guess we just play the Colossus. Is this my Colossus somehow, or is it just a coincidence they have the same variant? It's just a coincidence. Ah, or is it? Was it Daily Bugle? I don't have any of their cards. Oh, Limbo, you failed the skill check. I said the way to do it is like put the cards part in and get rid of the QR code thing. Because I ain't typing that out, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. Do we play Storm? Yeah, why not? I don't want to end the. This is the lane I want to Storm, but I don't really want to Storm, to be honest. Okay, that kind of worked. Okay, so they protect their Cerebro of Cosmo. That's pretty cool. OP combo incoming. It's our only chance. Bruv, have they somehow got another card which is getting rid of the location? My god. Oh. This deck actually looks pretty flippin' solid. I think I need to try some of it myself. Looks particularly good today as well with the Colossus. Cosmo. Looks very good. Can you click on the Colossus? Same as mine, baby. Okay, first game we got farm. Now, bear in mind, guys, bear in mind, this deck is a meme. We're playing a meme deck. We can try and make it more serious, but at the moment I have like 2 memes built into one, right? Like, Quake is probably just good as just like a random inclusion. Same as Colossus, but could be spicy. Quinjet, Carnage, Daredevil, Armor. Oh, this is Thanos deck. Green Goblin, Cosmo, Khazar, Hobgoblin, Blue Marvel, Dinosaur, Professor X. Nice one. Do we play the Quake? I mean, we probably just should play it, to be honest. So again, we've got the option of going Quake into the Storm lane if we lose it. Yo, Feldy, when I say a bit, it's a big meme. I'm just playing a meme, basically. I do wish I had Titania still on this list. Titania would be smurfing. So we could intentionally lose this and then Quake. The issue is if we were to go for the Quake, we'd have to just gamble on the Storm going mid. Which does sound like a very big gamble. I guess we can JJ first. See if we can win it. Jug's only tying. Yeah, I think this is... You rode the Colossus, wow. Okay, we're still tying. We didn't put more of their stats mid at least. This is where I want, like... I think we just got too many memes mixed in with one here. So, we can play Quake on turn 6. Oh, Lord. I mean, the good news is Captain Marvel can only move, and they'll lose that lane. The bad news is we're kind of getting banged up here. We haven't seen the location yet. Okay, I'm going to delete this deck and start again. I actually want to build something good, but with the memes. Oh, guys, exciting news. We're only 1 mission away from getting a whole completed set. Okay. So let's start off with... I mean, like... We can still play both of these cards in the same deck as well. It's just, we need the deck to be functional, which this one wasn't particularly. Maybe the key is just put Colossus and Quake in an all-in Zabu deck, to be honest. You know what I mean? Because then the deck's actually going to be good. So let's do that. So, Spider-Man, Absorbing Man. Absorbing Man's nice with Quake because we can do it twice. Chavez maybe, not definitely. No, Black Widow's only good with Dark Quark. You can also try like Black Widow in Hazmat, but it's not good. Can't hear the game sound. I can turn it up a bit. I'll get in the menus to turn it up a bit more in a moment. So, just lots of 4s. Probably just put Chavez in, let's be honest. We can go for the Jubilee Dracula version. So we go Giganto, Infernaut, and Magneto. And then one final 4-cost card, Omega Red. Now this deck should just be powerful, but we've also we're gonna be having some fun, which I feel like is a nice mix. It's like a powerful deck with some memes that are actually not even that bad added in, right? I think it's a good place to start, and we can assess how good Quake actually is, etc. Yeah, Viper's a very, very good card. Unfortunately, like the actual clog decks themselves aren't very good. Guys, we've got 122 viewers on YouTube right now. That's quality. If you are enjoying the stream, please give it a like. Thanks for being here. It's very interesting seeing how YouTube streaming works, and it certainly seems like YouTube streaming has a better notification type system, right? Where the start of the stream kicks off. I don't have Spider-Man or Superman. What should I not play today? No, you don't need these cards. They're just very good. That's the only reason I'm playing them. I guess we can just Quake into Cloning Vats here. No reason not to, really. I guess like the one reason not to is we'd fill our hand for Dracula. So let's actually just play Quake over here. Does of course mean we lose the option of Quaking. Sub off to the left. So we're just playing an OP deck with a couple of fun cards for the location. See how they work out. So I do want to win. I do want to climb. It'd be quite nice to just see how high I can get my my rank this season, honestly, while still playing some fun stuff. We climbed quite a bit yesterday with movement. I was very impressed with it. Quake your opponents into Murder World. Yeah, that does sound like a banger. Dracula into Cloning Vat seems like a no-brainer. Oh dear. Gonna Spidey left. Get another Drac down mid. Just give up on the right lane. But triple Drac mid sounds pretty spicy. I guess we don't want to play another Drac mid because of the cloning vats would make it a bit dodgy. But we could maybe like Magneto to the right or something. Hey DC, good to see you, man. I think Sandman needs power buff so bad. I think you could get a point. I do agree. I certainly wouldn't be against it. So they can't play Spectrum because they're just going to concede here. There's no doubt in my mind. I mean, I guess we do want to play the Dracula. Weirdly. So Spectre, I mean, they can't put more stats mid. We can just put the Dracula here to make sure the two Draculas mid don't eat it. If we play the other Dracula mid, testing the stream day, mate, it's Renzo, the chat that I have with YouTube, I've been using Streamlabs for displaying the chat. I'm going to look into changing that for the next YouTube stream, which I think is going to I'm taking the day off YouTube streaming tomorrow because I have a sponsored stream. I just want to make sure I don't ruin anything by breaking Twitch rules with the sponsorship. So tomorrow there's going to be no YouTube stream, but then for the YouTube stream on Friday, I'm going to have it set up a bit differently. There isn't a delay on the stream at all. The problem is the chat just displays it like slower than it should. I just don't like the software I'm using to multi-stream, so I'm going to change it up. Guys, we have a bunch of credits right now. Can we split a card? We're quite close to being able to split a few, but unfortunately not quite. None of these cards, if we upgrade them, are going to be able to get split again, so I'm not going to go for any of those. We were looking at upgrading some movement cards. Valkyrie is also maybe one. We've only split her a couple of times. I got him back yesterday. Unlucky. Finally managed to leave the Toro behind. Congrats, man. Do we really want Sandman to come up? Yeah, exactly. I think Sandman is honestly okay where it's at. 2-point Sandman does sound... Nah, 3 would definitely be too much. However, it's easy to underestimate how good Sandman can be. You definitely don't want Sandman being meta. I do agree with you, though, that it could get buffed. Okay, let's go for the Pixel. The Pixel Doctor Strange. See if we can get a split on this bad boy, because we can actually get this like as a gold background or something. A 4-3 Sandman sounds very good. Too good, I would argue. Oh, nice. Credits are actually good here to try and get our Doctor Strange split today. Looks like we should be getting there. Goose boosters! Rip. Unfortunately, we don't actually have enough boosters for it after all. What a stinker. Oh, anticlimax. Let's go for the Valk. Okay. So yeah, in terms of collector tokens, I'm chilling on enough for 2 cards now. 2 Series 5 cards. I haven't seen Shanna the She-Devil. I would have picked up Earth-QUAKE when it came out if I saw it in the first day or so, but... Kind of sad how people that are just spending so much money on the game are more likely to get the new cards sooner than me as well. When I've sunk hundreds of pounds into the game, but I just have to try and high roll the shop to even make a video on a card. How did I end up with 60 credits? It's the booster upgrade thing that's in the shop. When the game first came out, I bought a few of those, not realizing. My most split card is Chavez, even though I have a whole bunch of boosters for her as well. Okay, this is really interesting with Strange Academy. Pretty risky, of course, to play the Zabu here. But I definitely don't want to play my Zabu into Danger Room. What a money grabbing game, most definitely. So yeah, Chavez is my most split card. Storm probably up there as well because I split a bunch of different Storm variants. Buy something else to fix it? Nah, it doesn't bother me. I actually quite like it. It reminds me of simpler times. Quake mid seems pretty interesting for the Space Throne. You know what I mean? I certainly don't hate the idea of just playing Dracula here though, but Quake mid just looks too spicy not to go for. So we're going to go for Spider-Man Quake next turn. This is fine. Neither of our cards are impacted by this. They kind of have to play a card into Space Throne this turn. See how this one works out. We Quake, which also means, by the way, that neither of our cards can die in Danger Room here. We hope Space Throne goes to the right, probably. Or mid, if they don't play anything mid. But we also have a very good chance of getting Omega Red through to help us out mid a little bit, so... Quake's just a spicy card. Dracula F was definitely a decent idea, Renzo, but because I knew I was going for the Quake, I decided to play it like this. And with the Omega Red supporting Drac, it's a nice little combo to have in the same location. Omega Red, of course, going to be giving 4 points to the other locations, which is utterly insane. It's so powerful if you can get Omega Red through. And yeah, the way Quake works is similar to Storm and Scarlet Witch, where she can't die in Danger Room here, right? Oh, wow. That is very interesting indeed. Where is Space Throne going to go? It goes mid. They surely have Spectrum. Unfortunately, the Spider-Man isn't doing too much. Now. I mean, the most reasonable play from them is going to be Spectrum, I would wager. And it's going to have to go left. It's going to put 3, 6... Is it buffing by 2? I think it's buffing by 2. Putting 6 points mid there at 13. Which is ahead of the Omega Red. If I Magneto the Cosmo over... Spectrum is what, 5 stats or 6? Plus 5. We would beat that and we would win, right? So it should be a win. Solid Spidey. Yeah, what a banger. Hey Aaron, great to see you. Professor's mind got webbed. Yeah, we coomed all over him. Oh no? Okay. Thanks so much for being here, everyone, guys. Very interesting to see like the comparison in stats on the Twitch and YouTube side. We now have 140 on Twitch, so it's catching up pretty rapidly to YouTube. But 160 on YouTube. Really, really cool to see. I'm super grateful, guys. Okay, they did go 2 cards right, which I'm kind of surprised by. We should be... Oh, we're definitely fine here. We're pulling the Cosmo anyway, which meant the Ant-Man and such wouldn't go through. Even if we hit Colossus, we're fine here. That's a 3-0, baby. I can't pumpkin. I'm breaking rules. I asked Twitch to cancel my partnership. And they basically told me I can't until July. So I'm now just being a bit of a ruffian, a bit of a hooligan. Because you can do it, right? As long as you're not partnered or an affiliate. So like I've seen Binks doing it for what's the reason? Basically YouTube for Snap just looks very powerful. It's like good discoverability. The VODs can get like a decent amount of views after the video's up. So it's not that I want to switch, it's just more that I want to have the freedom to multi-stream, basically. It just seems like it's something I've been very interested in doing for a long time. I've thought about moving to YouTube for Gwent as well, when I was streaming Gwent, because I just felt like I'd get more viewership there, which I'm pretty sure I would have. So yeah, it's like I'd make no money off Twitch, right? But then I would just try and, or what I'm going to try and do is, I need to, like, obviously I don't know what's going to happen with me breaking the rules, basically. Yo, Spyro with the raid, thanks so much, dude. I bet I love your stream. How's the card collection looking? If you want any advice with decks, let me know. Cheers, Dundee. Why do you want to cancel partnership? Because Twitch don't let you stream to... As a Twitch partner, you're not supposed to stream to Twitch and another platform simultaneously, but it's something that I just want to do. I think it makes a lot of sense for my long-term future as a streamer. Certainly in the short term I'll lose money because like the ad revenue that Twitch have been offering me this past couple months is the highest I've ever had. Now, unfortunately, I can't absorbing man the Jubilee here. With no Drac on board, I think the play to make is somewhat clear. I guess it's just this actually, right? I was thinking it was going to be this boy to the left. Looks like we might be losing. 8 cubes is rough. Appreciate your deck reviews on YouTube. Thanks, man. GG. I guess we could have conceded here, to be fair. Seeing as they had Zabu, it was probably it probably was. I mean, it certainly was a runaway on reflection. Seems like our snap was pretty reasonable though. Tired of all these new locations as just destroy cards. Yeah, definitely. I think they're wanting to have the locations be tied in with the feeling of the... I actually haven't seen Rickety Bridge once yet, by the way. We've not seen the location a single time. These days with all the ads on Twitch, unless you sub, YouTube is better as a viewer. Absolutely. That's the other very interesting thing. I'm very sick of... I really hate the way that Twitch is being run as a platform. And this was very interesting as someone... If I'm not a partner on Twitch, I would actually have exactly 0 ads on Twitch. They literally just don't run ads on your channel if you're not a partner. Which is very interesting. But yeah, lots to think about. Setting up a Patreon is kind of top of my list. I had one back in Gwent for a while, but I wasn't really fulfilling. I wasn't really fulfilling like all the things that I said I would on it, and it just felt like I paused it for a while and then I just never went back to it. But obviously, like through doing that, I got like a decent amount of experience of like what I kind of want it to look like, I guess. I guess I kind of like Magneto here. It's a bit of a weird one. I'm certainly not loving the Colossus in this deck. I just like having more 4s. Maybe we just need to have either Quake or Colossus. And maybe we just drop the Quake and just put another 4 in. Seems like we're a little short on the 4s. Could also go Sif Ghost Rider and give that a spin. While keeping some of the spice. So Magneto, the issue I have here is that I want to pull like some of their cards away. But then what do I do the next turn? I guess I could play Chavez or Omega Red. In fairness, Giganto doesn't look too bad. It's a shame that I'm not winning mid. Could also see this actually working out for us. They have 4 cards in hand. Spectrum, the most likely. Bit of a weird one, isn't it? To me, it feels like this is actually the flow. Nice, we win. Just about. Tying the left. Do I have any beginners guides? No, but it's something I'd love to work on. I really thought about today, taking the day off streaming. I actually woke up with a massive headache, but I spent my whole morning, I went for like a 2-hour walk, which is really nice. I really just need to start doing more of like that kind of thing. Walked around like the woods, got some eye drops, which have kind of, I had a headache waking up, but it seems to have sorted it. And then I did like a good like hour and a half in the gym, just ate some food and now I'm live. Like the day's kind of gone, but it's just a struggle finding time for everything basically. But beginner guides and just getting some evergreen content as like the buzzword is for Snap is something that's definitely on my priority list. But I have about 1 million things on my priority list, to be completely honest with you. Hey, Leota, thanks for the sub on YouTube, man. Patreon sounds like a really good idea. You can have different tiers where you can review decks or play with fans. Yeah, exactly. Also, I'm going to offer like some coaching through my Patreon probably. I think that was a problem that I did with my Patreon previously, was I set the bar too low on the coaching. And basically what ended up happening was I was doing coaching sessions and I had so many of them that I actually got sick of them, and it was just like something I didn't have time for. So I'll just add the coaching through my Patreon, but I'll just set like, I'll just have it as a very high price, to be honest, because it is something that, as much as I want to offer lots of it and it's something I enjoy doing, it becomes actually a problem if it's too cheap, right? Because coaching is something that takes up a whole lot of time. You get me? So it's a pretty interesting one. I guess we can just go Spidey and then Spidey Absorbing Man next time. You could also use the bot Binks uses for costs. I'm going to, yeah. And yeah, with Binks, like with the multi-streaming, it's something I've been very interested in for a long time. And seeing his success is basically proof of concept, if you will. Right? Okay, unfortunately we don't get the Spidey. Jubilee seems like an okay option. We could hit Quake. That is the main concern here. Everything else is good. It's a 1 in 3. If we're ever playing Jubilee, it's now, and I think we do want to play her. Just hope we miss the Quake. A Leech. Kind of fine. The other thing is, with this Jubilee, is I could play Absorbing Man to follow her up. We've got the Omega Red going through now as well. Okay, cool. We hit the Chavez. We draw Giganto, so last card in deck is Quake. We're not going to play that, of course. I mean, the obvious play is just this at this point, right? Coaching like Arsene Wenger. Yeah, I'll put my Wenger coat on. Something I saw people do on Law was group coaching discussions. Yeah, that's interesting as well. I could definitely do that as and then just like as a higher tier. Thanks, guys. Yeah, like if I'm doing Patreon, I definitely want to offer a lot of value with it, right? And make sure that it's sustainable and good. And the other thing about like driving people towards Patreon in general, like Twitch subs, as much as it's like an amazing way of supporting me, ultimately Jeff Bezos takes 50%. You even offer deck reviews that could be requested by spending channel points. Yeah, exactly. So lots to think about, lots to do, but I'm pretty optimistic. As long as Twitch don't outright ban me for breaking the rules. I asked them to cancel my Twitch partnership, and they basically told me I can't until July. So I just decided, you know what? Oh, finally, the first time I've seen it. Yo, Bo, good to see you. I just decided, I just kind of got to look after myself and do what I think is right. Don't be controlled by a big corporation. Which, a big part of Twitch's business model is very much that, like, FOMO, like that fear of missing out vibe, right? And ultimately, like, okay, they can do me dirty, but you just have to hope that they don't. It would also, like, if they were to do that, I would, of course, definitely make a video, and it would probably not be the best publicity for them, I would imagine. But yeah, Twitch's business model in general is very much keep streamers feeling somewhat trapped and that they can't leave, which is not something I like. Yo! Gee, thanks so much for the Prime sub, dude. 2 months. I really appreciate it. Means a lot. We don't exactly have many options here, do we? What is the line to win this game? I would wager that it's them playing a 3-drop here. Nice. So now we're going to go Absorbing Man. And then we're going to flipping Magneto those guys out of the flooded lane and hope that we win the tiebreaker. Seems like the only line available. What about a 1v1 option for your Patreon when battle mode comes up? I like the sound of that. That sounds like a really good idea, J-Hugs. Thanks. I should write this stuff down. Okay, the concern, of course, is that I'm not actually going to pull the Storm here. Particularly because they get to play first. I guess the other concern is, will I even win? I'm going to go ahead and say probably not. We could, of course, try to have gone for the Omega Red. It wouldn't get us there anyway. So the only play is Magneto, and I would wager that we're just losing the tiebreaker anyway. GG. We missed Zabu, we lost the game. No surprises there. So far we haven't seen any Quake or Colossus action. 45 minutes into the stream, which is a little bit sad. Same opponent. If we hit Zabu, we're going to snap. We also know that they have a Storm. Got to back yourself, haven't you, mate? You just do. Zabu most likely going to the left, but mid is a problem for them. So, I'm not surprised to see them concede. If they had Storm, they would have gone for Storm mid. So I guess them playing out to left was kind of... Lockjaw thought that good or not? I think Lockjaw is fantastic. I think it's one of the most underrated decks in the game. Interestingly, something we might take a look at a bit later on the stream, the Kia showed me. On SnapFan, there is quite a lot of data that they're... Do we Quake? I could see it. I mean, obviously we do. I was just like, do we Quake mid? Let's snap. Words are hard. I'll get there. Yeah, SnapFan have got a bunch of data where you can look at like people that are using their tracker, like the win rate of certain decks and stuff like that. Might take a look at that. I can't remember where I was going with that. I did have something interesting to say, but I kind of forgot. Oops. Let's go Zabu. We could go Zabu here. The problem is, of course, Rickety Bridge. How to use the tracker? I don't have any of these things, to be honest. But I think it's only on Steam, yeah. Lockjaw thought that good, for sure. I'm at 130 with Jane Lockjaw. Nice. Would you mind sharing your list? I'm a pretty big believer in that deck in general. Worked out for us. Oh, Lord. That is rather rude, isn't it? Stopping to say and immediately leave once again, uwu. Oh, you're just coming to say uwu? Bye! Thanks for brightening up my day. You're like a ray of sunshine. Colossus is the money draw. Thanks, really. Love it to you. Appreciate it. Hope you're working hard on your studies. Oh, Lord Jesus Christ, have mercy. If only there was an OP card If only, guys, there was an OP card which I would draw every single time. This new location is very spicy. I like it a lot. What an easy game, man. Colossus doing the business. Do not knock my no Chavez. Bruv, have you just seen this? You have to play Chavez! You actually do. Like, Chavez is way too good not to play in Lockjaw. I'm sorry. Also, if you're playing in Baku, I would highly recommend playing Aero. Let's go. You have to play Chavez in Lockjaw. She's increasing the odds of you... Bane doesn't play Chavez in Lockjaw, I think. Maybe he does now. I know he doesn't play Jubilee. I would also suggest, Anev, so my criticisms of your deck would be, if you're playing in Baku, I mean, it's fun. Is it optimal? Probably not. Oh, Central Soft Prime sub 4 minutes ago. I only just seen it. Mate, I'm so useless. I'm not liking the setup I have for the multi-streaming right now. Central Soft, please accept my apology for not noticing. My current setup is scuffed. I'm going to complain to Streamlabs because they're actually charging me for this setup as well. This location is so garbage. I actually am enjoying it so far, but yeah, 2 days of this kind of location is a bit much, innit? At least they played Yondu to thin my deck for me and improve the odds of me drawing Zabu. That's so kind of them. I guess they didn't thin my deck because it hit Chavez. No problem, I just didn't want to add anymore. Thanks, Central Soft. Sorry about the ad sitch. I am running as... Basically, at the moment on Twitch, I'm running as fewer ads as I can. While, to disable pre-rolls. So when people click on the stream, they shouldn't get pre-rolls, basically. Victory. 2 days is a bit much. Yeah, agreed. That's why I was thinking of Thursdays being like my day off from streaming, generally. And Baku is still very fun to play with though, right? This is what I mean, like I can see your message even though it's not popped up on screen yet. As long as I check the YouTube chat, it's just a weird... I don't like the system. I'm gonna definitely change it, as I say. Okay, Citadel means that we should probably not play the Colossus here. I'm getting these name credits, I have no idea. Hey, GK, what's up? Speci doesn't read Twitch chat anymore. It's true. Wait, no! It's false! Hey, Bane. No way to see how many people are watching on YouTube? Yeah, there's 162. Does it not say? Oh, it's 175. It's either 175 or 162. I'm getting conflicted reports. Pretty epic, man. Pretty solid, dude. Now, if I was to Spider-Man's... I don't think I like it. We have the Giganto in hand, innit? I was late on the snap. Oops. I doubt Omega Red's going to go through, but obviously Dracula gets us there even if we eat Quake. I think we can just get rid of the Quake, to be completely fair, for the moment. The Colossus actually just feels correct. All deck Zabu now's... Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Zabu, in general. I'm just playing it because, for the moment, just with the Colossus sort of testing him out and testing the Quake out, it definitely looks like Quake, we need to build more all around her. And I do think Quake is more of a meme, whereas Colossus just seems just good. Zabu is tier 0, I would agree, yeah. Most certainly. Probably my first time watching a live stream on YouTube. Nice one. Thanks for being there. Speci doesn't read Twitch chat anymore. Uh-huh. It's true. Come on, opponent. What are you doing? Facebook. Do you know what? I actually might set up a Facebook account for Mobile Snap. Salty stall time. Yeah, I think you can be right. Silver Souls is bad, but now with Zabu there's more. Yeah, I'm gonna make a video on the whole battle pass situation. Speci doesn't read books anymore. That is definitely true. Come on, the Quake! I believe in you. Yes! Get wrecked! Oh, wait, they can... No! They can Quake back, guys. No, they can't. Can they? Can they? Guys, did they get Quake? I guess we can check by their hand size. They have 6 cards in hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, for flip's sake. So we obviously Zabu here, yes? They never don't play Quake here. Come on. What a rush. Not Rickety Bridge! No! My Zabu! For flip's sake, Quake! I can't believe you've done this. Okay, Quake is officially in the bin. Okay, I mean, I was gonna hit the Rickety Bridge if I'm honest, but change your plan, I guess. Bollocks! For flip's sake, man. Playing a storm package in this hot location feels good. Yeah, we'll experiment some more. Let's just, for the moment, drop the Quake from this deck. We are definitely going to play Quake, but she doesn't fit her. We need to build around her completely. Colossus is plug and play. Quake is just good. Quake is just build round. So we need a 4-drop. We can add the Shang-Chi. I don't love it. We could also experiment with the Ghost Rider package. So many people, though, when they've been playing this deck, have cut Magneto, which I just don't understand. Magneto is such a nice option to have. Like, I would only play Sif Ghost Rider if I could cut Colossus, which I don't want to do today. So it's not worth playing. Quake is great, skill issue. I mean, she's not good with a Zabu deck, put it that way. I mean, most of the lists I've been seeing, guys, have cut Magneto. The Sif Ghost Rider stuff. Like, my take on Sif Ghost Rider in this Zabu deck is that it's solid. I would probably argue it's worse overall, though. It's definitely better when you miss Zabu, and the ceiling is higher. But it's lowering the consistency of the deck when you draw Zabu. So I feel like it's probably not worth it. It's probably losing you more cubes than it's gaining you. At least when you draw Zabu. When you don't draw Zabu, it definitely makes the deck better, though. Like, the deck has a much higher ceiling. The reason I say it's less consistent is because you can, like, Jubilee into Ghost Rider, for example. And also, Ghost Rider's just doing nothing if you don't draw Sif. Playing it because I don't have Absorbing Man? Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. If you have less of the 3s. I mean, I still think the deck is very, like, very, very solid. It might be better, but my gut feeling is that it's probably not. But that's just a hunch. No real science to back that theory up. So, I think we should invest quite a lot here. The question is, do we go Dracula Jubilee? Is Dracula enough? They could jug us. Dracula and Jubilee does feel a little like an overcommit, but I do have a Spider-Man to follow up next turn. Let's jug anyway. Ooh. So we're obviously just going to Spider-Man the left here. Oh. I mean, we just don't need a Spider-Man mid, right? We could just go for raw stats. I guess we just fucking cheese them. I like Fantastic and Medusa. Medusa, no. Mr. Fantastic, yes. If you compare Medusa and Mr. Fantastic, like, Mr. Fantastic's just a better card, right? They both play for, like, double their energy cost, but Mr. Fantastic is across 3 lanes. I feel a bit bad, but... Alright, should we move on to a different deck, guys? This one's, like, just a bit... We know that Colossus is good. It's just a plug-and-play card, right? But this is just a bit of a cringe deck. Let's build the Quake deck. We can still play Colossus in the Quake deck. Alright, guys. What is the ultimate Quake deck? How can we, like, cheese our opponent? I know that Bane yesterday mentioned that we can play Absorbing Man with Quake. So it is probably still a Zabu deck, to be completely honest. Storm. Yeah, it's Storm. Let's not play Zabu. Storm, agreed. Sarah on 5, then Arrow and Kingpin on the last turn. That is actually very true. Quicksilver and That's a bit sus, Jordy. You trying to get banned? What do you think of the combo Jubilee plus Atuma? I've been having great success with it. Are you systematically snapping every game? How is Jubilee? Lockjaw. Jubilee Lockjaw is good. And Shuri is unbelievably good in it, High Roller, for sure. I play it in my version. I don't have it handy, though. It's on my YouTube. Are you systematically snapping every game? Yeah, with the Zabu deck, you snap when you have Zabu, and you don't snap when you don't. It really is that simple. Okay, I think we can just add Colossus, because it's a Giga Chad card. List I posted as Colossus, Quake, Absorbing Man. Alright, I'll take a little look, mate. I'll have a little gander. A little looky-see. Rickety memes. See if there's any... If I'm inspired at all. Yeah, the Iron Fist idea is also something I do like. Daredevil. Dr. Octopus. Yeah, let's put some of the fun cards in. We'll put the Octopussy in. I do like the idea of Iron Fist and Arrow as well. Like, we can... Like, Iron Fist just sounds cracked in general, right? So does Arrow. Like, Iron Fist is really nice because you can, like, you can Iron Fist and then Dr. Octopus with everything away. Magic could also help that combo, right? We could play Magic, so we can Magic on 5 and then on 6 we could go exactly Iron Fist. I guess we could just Iron Fist the previous turn. We don't need Magic. Now I think about it a bit more. What else have you got? You've got a Daredevil. I like Storm and Jug for sure. This is a Jug. I don't want to play Zabu. We could play Absorbing Man. Because you can like Absorbing Man the Arrow, for example, right? You could absorb him. Stuff like that. So we could play Absorbing Man even without Zabu. I mean, it just feels like we should just at that point play Flippin' Zabu. I'm not going to lie. This looks very similar to the deck we had before, which I said was just a pile, but it's fine. And then we just throw like JJ in. Let's give this a go. It's a little different from the previous build. Definitely a little low on forwards. But we're not going to play Zabu every game. We're going to draw it and not play it quite a lot here. I guess what we'll do when we've tried this deck for a little while is we'll just build like what we believe to be the best Rickety Bridge deck. Guys, did my stream die for a minute there? Because we just lost like 60 flipping viewers on YouTube, 70 viewers. Either people switched off from the deck builder or the stream died for a minute. Oh, no, it's back. I think it just bugged out. YouTube lying to me. All good. I haven't faced many Silver Surfer, but thanks, Tip. We can surely snap with Colossus here. Dropped a bit. Good to know, thanks. I just cleared someone out so hard with Doc with Magneto. Yeah, we could play Electro actually. It's a good shout, Adam. Colossus held it down. Love it. Yeah, Colossus is so good. Let's take the Storm onto Dream Dimension because it's locking me out of a bunch of my cards. Jug doing the absolute business here. Unless they have a Jug of their own, of course, then we're in trouble. Oh, thank God for that. Go on, go mid, son. Go mid! They could actually Professor X me here, right? If I had Doc Octopus. So, is it ever maybe just better to go Aero here? So I can't get Pro X'd on? I guess they could Pro X me next turn, though, if I do that. A highly curious case. I guess I can Aero. How does Professor X win? Because of the Mr. Fantastic, right? Like, if I Doc Octopus as well, they're going to have a bunch of cards there. Probably more points than me. So I think I just like the Aero here. We could also Aero over here and then Absorbing Man mid next turn, perhaps. I guess Absorbing Man's not really doing anything, but... They just take Sunswap points. Yeah, that's fine if they do that though, probably. I'm not trying to win the left lane. I guess they're going to claw us. So claw puts them at 17. Is it? Yeah, absorbing mid is just, I don't know. Well, if they claw us, I guess it's not. If they claw us, it is good, right? Yeah. Epic victory royale, man. 300. I've been patient. I want to upgrade something and get some stuffs. Doc Ock without Electro. We could add Electro. What would we replace? I mean, we could bin off Zabu, for example. But the idea is to go Iron Fist before the Doc Octopus, so we pull all their stuff mid and we move our stuff out. Sounds pretty insane. Iron Fist, Colossus seem like the goated cards for the next couple days. Random Quake, I guess. Why not? So the question is, do we actually want Limbo? I would wager we probably don't. Iron Fist is also just very, very good with Storm, right? Okay, it looks like a you-know-what kind of deck, perhaps. Game sound quiet? Yeah, apparently I can sort it out. I don't know why it is, to be honest. Do we ever lose to Arrow here? Let me sort out, thanks. Yo, Runner Bean with the prime. Mate, I'm missing all the subs with this new setup. This is scuffed. I guess I can just turn alerts on. Dude. See, that's ridiculously loud, isn't it? Okay, I'm not turning them on. It's too loud. Bruv! Is that better? Runner Bean, thank you so flipping much, dude, for the prime sub. I'm so sorry that I'm so useless and only just noticed. I really appreciate the support. Yo, DC, thanks so much for the bit. Oh my god, this is the best moment of my life. I do appreciate it, man. Yeah, obviously we could just bin Zabu off from this deck. Some crave cum. What is wrong with you, James Schlong? That's very inappropriate, dude. Okay, Quake has some potential. Are they gonna like brood on us or something? They have a jug of their own, perhaps. Ooh! Go far left. Ooh! Nice. Yeah, Enchantress does sound nice.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man here.
Get rid of the JJ maybe. Mr. Fantastic. Would do it. Wouldn't be the most surprising card here, would it? To be fair. So Enchantress would do it. The yellow Professor X was kind of weird. It was a little weird. I respect it. It was a good line. They were in a bad spot after the jug, right? Let's get rid of JJ. We don't necessarily need to win the Storm lane because we can just Quake. And also we can Iron Fist stuff in, right? Change is also good against Spectrum Destroyer, which is good with this location. Yeah. I think you underestimate Bane's power here, mate. Bane is not a real mod. He's just a guy with a sword. Bane is kind of a real mod, actually. Gotta give him some respect. Oh my god, Green Lantern Doll. I actually spotted this one with the Prime. Mate, thanks so much. I am very grateful. I like playing Iron Fist. I guess we just arrow and then we can like flip in. Absorbing Man or some shit. Enjoy your rock. Ho. Ho ho ho. Thank you very flippin' much. Do they ever win if they just don't play anything? They go to 15, so they do beat us if they do that. Right. They literally just beat us by playing nothing in it. Good try though. Unpin Arrow and look for Series 4 drop that will come soon. Yeah, you could do that. Arrow is like better than a lot of Series 4 cards though, to be honest. The thing is though, is Arrow surely is getting a big nerf this season. Opium. I'm expecting balance changes on the 31st. They did say it wouldn't be like super long for the next balance changes. I'm pretty sure she'll get pretty hard enough. She needs to be at the very least made into a 6 drop. Damn, my man's got the Quake variant. That's epic. Ooh. I wonder if we can snap. The concern here with Jug is they're probably play like Doctor Doom in it. So I'm not really convinced I like the Jug play. Let me see what option we have though. Bloody hell. This is a little bit rude. Mm. We should be ahead of that. 21. They're at 36. We're at 28. There's no way around that one. And surely Chavez is just going to lose to whatever they have for it. Okay. On to the next one, I guess. That looks pretty good. It's very interesting how much we're actually seeing Quake. She does look like one of the worst cards in the game, but really does shine with locations like this. Oh, by the way, guys, today's stream isn't going to be one of the longest ones. I just have so much to do, man. I have so many videos I want to work on. I want to get like the Patreon going, which isn't going to happen today, but I just have loads to do. Gonna eat dinner with my old man in a couple hours. We're going to be going for probably like a 3-hour stream or so. It's not going to be like a 7-hour one or anything like that today. Let's get rid of Baxter. I could see snapping. Let's go for it. Let's do it. Yeah, guys, I'm looking at going away in about a week or so for a couple of nights. One night, in fact. To see an old university friend. He teaches in China and he's sort of like back home in England for a bit. So I was thinking about going up for a day, one night only, to see him. However, there's an issue. The train prices, this could be a reality stone. The train prices in this country are an absolute liberty, mate. It's unbelievable. It's like a £90 return for a train. It's like, it's a long journey in fairness. It's like maybe a 4-hour journey, but it's 90 flipping pounds, guys. Like, hello? So do we Octopussy? Could try our luck with a Spidey. Oh shit, they're gonna move She-Hulk in. Looks like we're losing. It certainly does look like we're losing. I guess our only line is to Spidey here. I want to try Thanos with Storm.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man here.
Getting fucked up, man. The all-in Quake deck is not the one. I'm gonna move on. I don't want to keep losing. Okay. Right. Just a card in general I'm pretty intrigued by is... I'm just going to try and build a good version of this deck with Storm. We can still play Quake. I just don't want to play Zabu, bro, to be honest. I'm very interested in giving Titania more opportunities to shine. I think this card is giga busted. I'm thinking we can play the Sentry, maybe. I want to just try this deck a bit, like this Valkyrie deck. It's maybe not the best day for it, to be fair, but we'll just add a Colossus in. What could go wrong? Colossus. Wasp. Storm. Jug. Viper. Maybe Mysterio, probably not today. I was playing Patriot. Not 100% convinced by it. Debris good. Jug's good. Patriot's pretty good, to be fair. Then there's Magic as an option. I have the Hood Titania. I have the Viper. I need Sentry. And then usually instead of Colossus, we either play Magic or Patriot or Mojo. I don't like Mojo so much. Mojo is very good though. But yeah, this Colossus I think would usually just be Magic. Give this a spin. I was also thinking we could just add Aero to this deck because like Aero on last turn with like Hood, with Demon or Titania is just so busted. How about just Mr. Fantastic to cheat the Valk lane without all the Patriot hassle? Yeah, Mr. Fantastic would also be good. We don't really need any more synergy though with this deck to get Patriot to be worth it, right? Like Patriot's buffing the Hood, the Wasp. Patriot's just basically a better version of Mr. Fantastic here, right? It also buffs the Demon. And you can play it in any lane. You aren't forced to play it in the middle lane or whatever, right? So you have more flexibility. So I actually do really like Patriot in this deck. It has enough synergy with cards we already want to play. Sentry. Debris. Demon. Wasp. You get me? Debris is very good in this deck because it clogs your opponent and it puts bodies on your side of the board. Which you need bodies on your side of the board to win with Valkyrie, right? But it's a nice idea, Mr. Fantastic. Mr. Fantastic's very good, but I do think Patriot is just about worth it on this one. Bit bummed that Strange Academy shows up, to be honest. Huh. Quite like the idea of Storm here. Could just say we're losing this lane.
Wind, aid my hand.
Oh wow, that is a whack play. I mean, I can actually play the Sentry to the right now, which is also interesting. The play I wanted to make was just Spidey. Should do it. Oh, Spidey's fucking done. So I guess we... Sentry instead. Demon should get us there, right? We also just need to get ahead of Leader. $11 stats. They could go Doom, Odin, we'd beat that. They could leader us this turn. And then Doom us.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man here.
I think they got pretty lucky here with the way we played it, the fact that they just got the middle win. But okay, GG. I got done. District X gave me Shannon in my last match. How was she? How are the emojis coming along? They're coming soon. Hey, Jai as well. Mate, this... Honestly, Streamlabs, guys, is so scuffed. I'm getting a refund. I'm not happy with how this is working. I'm going to make sure it's sorted for next time I stream to YouTube. Again, guys, if you're joining on YouTube, the stream tomorrow, I'm not going to put on YouTube. It's just a one-off because it's a sponsored stream. I just don't want to be, like, breaking Twitch to us as part of the sponsor. Just to be safe. Could be a bit dodgy otherwise. A little bit sad that I can't Viper the Hood here. They snap. Are they gonna like flip in armor us this turn maybe? Should have believed. Okay, we get some extra points on our cards. That's alright. Let's snap them back. Hey man, greetings from Indonesia. You once met famous YouTuber Snapster from Indonesia and you lost. Keep up the good work. Is Snapster from Indonesia? Aaron destroyed my 2 guaranteed series 3 pulls. It's been all downhill since then. I think we're looking alright. I actually snap here. Kind of like where we're at. Let's win this lane and then we just win the Spidey lane. Kind of want to make this play this turn as well. I guess we could do it like this. Spectrum most certainly the concern. Oh, guys, the money play. Oh my god, guys. Titania is so insane. Titania, Viper, wombo combo, man. We clog with Viper, and then we send Titania over, and Wasp is also synergizing here. I think Titania might be the most underrated card in the video game. I think she might be secretly busted. I really just like Storm, Titania Demon as a package. Viper just slots in here. Sentry slots in with Viper and Storm. It's a pretty cool little package of cards. Storm Spidey is a nice little bit of synergy. The nice thing here as well is they just can't flip and play. They just can't play, mate. And we steal the Titania back, of course. Any chance maybe you want to visit Indonesia someday? Absolutely. I'd love to. I actually did a project at university to do with Indonesia. Man, Titania's chef's kiss. What a card. This is probably my favorite deck in the game right now. Colossus can't move, right? Yeah. Pretty easy snap then. Of course, we can lose Colossus lane to Spectrum. Huh. I guess we just take Jug mid. The problem with Jug mid though is I can't then go Sentry Viper on 5. So maybe we just don't bother with Jug. We just don't play anything here. Jug left, it dies. Makes no sense. Jug on 5 seems bad. Yeah, I mean, Sentry Viper's calling my name though a bit, you know? Hey Bruno. Is even good? Quite possibly not. They might fill the lane up, right? Looks like it's going to be fine. This could always be our Valkyrie lane as well. We could go for the... Oh, the Viper's garbage. What was I thinking? This was a play. Didn't quite work out, did it? So this could be our Valkyrie lane if we have Patriot down. But equally, I kind of want to Jug this turn, right? They're almost certainly just playing 2 cards. I think like our line here is concede, but mate, let's just for the content try it. Oh wait, they only play 1 card, so I didn't even need to Jug. Come on, go far left, Sarah. Come on, now the 1 in 3. Oh man, imagine. We'll try our luck. Should just tie the right, worst case. Win mid. Certainly winning left. So Patriot in this deck is buffing up cards enough to help you win Valkyrie. Like if I had Patriot on the board here, I would just be winning the Valkyrie lane. Because the Void, which doesn't have an ability, would get +2 off Patriot. It gets set to 3 with Valkyrie, and then it would be at 5. So we would have 2 points more than my opponent, basically. You can do similar things with Mr. Fantastic as well. But Patriot's just a little bit of a surprise value card. And it's a way of putting stats. That's very close. Unfortunately, I think we lose the tiebreaker. Obviously, this was a concede kind of game after I misplayed, but we just played it out. Unfortunately, it cost us bloody 8 cubes. But, on another day. Uh-oh. So we're up against Bane, who of course has just been in the chat, so he knows what we're playing. Which probably harms our potential. Spectrum. Pathetic.
Wind, aid my hand.
Now, Bane could have got a Jug himself here off of my hand. Could have got a Sentry himself. Okay. Now the decision is, do we go here with Spidey? Do we go here with Viper? I think we snap first and foremost.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man here.
Unfortunately, Claw's gonna do us. So it looks like the line. Maybe we're okay here. He doesn't need to play Spectrum, so he could try and play 3 cards here. Would we have more points? Yeah. I mean, this could win. I'm just playing it out because it's Bane. He only plays 1 card. That's pretty sad, to be honest. I thought he was going to try and block the Viper play. No! I think we had it if it wasn't for that 50-50. No, we didn't even have enough against Spectrum. Why not Viper first? Because if he played 3 cards here like I was expecting him to. I mean, I'm never playing it. Don't fucking BM me, Bane. I'll ban you, bro. This deck feels like it needs a Daredevil still, to be honest. Maybe we just have to bin off the Patriot and say it's not really worth it. It does feel a little on the expensive side. It's just like awkward to actually play. Let's just... Goliath, forgot about Spider-Man. Yeah, I mean, I would have conceded this game in most situations, right? But I thought you were going to try and fill the... Guys, Jug first, Viper first wouldn't have worked, though, if the lane was full. If I go Viper first and the lane is full like I was anticipating, I thought he was going to play around the Viper, then would have been screwed. So I've taken Colossus out for the moment, which obviously Colossus just seems like a no-brainer for today. We can storm the location, I guess, is the logic. Yeah, you guys are probably right. Most certainly right, in fact. Daredevil's too good not to play for sure on this one. Very glad he's back in the list. Oh wow. That's a lot of cards. Hey, Singy. Yeah, as you can see, it's a fun deck. Certainly not the best. Regrettably. Do want to try and make it better. It does feel like the lack of Chavez is harming it quite a bit as well, like in terms of consistency. Just a lot of cards you do want to draw early on curve. Quake's pretty good, but the deck didn't perform very well. Yo, Trog Logo, thanks so much for Prime Sub, man. Mate, thank you, thank you, thank you. I really do appreciate it. Yeah, like the other thing to consider in this deck is like Mysterio, Squirrel Girl. That are really going to help improve the Patriot. This new location is arse. It's too much for 2 days. I'm quite happy with it for 1 day. Best round with Electro, Doc Ock yet? I have not. We did try Doc Octopus, but I never actually ended up playing it, unfortunately, in the games that I tried it. 6 for 1 Titanium, that's OP. Bloody hell, mate. Well, surprisingly winnable here. Valkyrie's the money card to draw. Maybe not even really. I wonder if we can snap. Let's just see what they do first. Hey Berglord, good to see you, mate. Whether we need to play the hood is one question. Jane Foster. This puts me at 1. We just have to be confident that we've got it, right? I do really like the hot location system. I just think, yeah, they should... I think what they're worried about is that if they have, like, 5 days a week of normal stuff, people, like, might get more bored of the... Like, the game might get boring more quickly, right? Which I can certainly see that logic. That was the top deck of dreams. Zabu, we could play, in fairness, and add Absorbing Man. Probably would make the deck better, almost certainly, right? That's the sad truth. Patriot doesn't make the cut. Probably. Let's try and improve the deck. I want to keep it pretty similar. Like, I want to play... Like, the cards I love are surely the Hood. Wasp is very good. Yellow Jacket's also very good in fairness in this deck. Titania. And... yeah, the Hood as mentioned. I really love Spider-Man. I guess therefore we could play Absorbing Man if we just whack in a random Zabu. I want to play Valkyrie, of course. We'd need some more 4-drops. So, Titania is actually one of the best cards in the game, potentially. The card is insane. But in this deck, you have like a couple of combos with her. You can play Spider-Man and her on 5, which is like actually a way of making Spider-Man without Zabu good. I don't really want to play Zabu, to be honest, but I mean, it's kind of hard to see why we wouldn't play him, unfortunately. Because we're playing already Spider-Man and we're already playing the Sentry. I don't know though, I'm not convinced. I'm not really convinced that Zabu's good. Like, we just want to be storming on 3, right? Also Daredevil. So before we had Debris and we had Patriot. Problem with Patriot is he's kind of too expensive. We do want a way of winning the Valkyrie lane that doesn't rely on a 1-drop. So the only way you can actually do that is with 3-cost cards. The other way we could do it is Ant-Man. Ant-Man can help it. But yeah, Titania is just an insanely good card. You can do a lot. Like Daredevil Titania is a really good bit of synergy because you can actually see exactly where they're playing. And then you can play like Spider-Man to clog one lane and then Titania Wasp to clog the other. It's actually nuts. So I really do love Debris in this deck as well. The clog just feels good. And as much as I do like Patriot, it's just too expensive. That's the issue, right? It's actually just hard to find the price. Polaris, kind of probably a similar thing. She's going to be too expensive. It is a very good idea though, Polaris. I can see it. We could also play Chavez. We could play Yellow Jacket. I think we should probably give Yellow Jacket. I saw Morgwart playing Punisher in Valkyrie lane. Yeah, I don't like it. It's too expensive. It's a 3-cost card to win us a Valkyrie lane. We can do that with Ant-Man. We can do it with the Hood, with Demon and Titania. You can play Mojo for 2 costs, right? Punisher is just a really inefficient way of winning a Valkyrie lane, for sure. We could play Ant-Man because it also helps the Valkyrie lane. Yeah, I can see it. Electra can also do it with this build. Let's just give the Ant-Man more of a go. Yeah, I've also seen Cowards List. I've played a flipping lot of Valkyrie Control. Is Goose not good? Nah. We don't have any like cheap cards we want to be playing, right? Goose would be really bad here. It would just block us more than our opponent. Okay, Sentry goes. I think I've definitely played this deck more than anyone else. And I'm pretty... Like, the key thing with Valkyrie... That's the clown running lead in Zabu. Okay. Good to know, I guess. Bane's molding over here. What got discarded for them, guys? Did you see? So far, so good. Like, Viper Debris is such a dirty combo, honestly. We've been underestimating how good that is for probably quite a while. We could Storm here. I don't hate it. Means I don't get my Daredevil down in time though, which is kind of janky. Pretty sure I don't even want to compete for this lane. Excuse me. We lose. I would have lost with this top deck anyway. Problem is winning second lane without Valk. Honestly, a lot of the time, it's kind of the reverse. Like, you can win a Storm lane, or you can win a lane. So that's why Storm and Spidey are in the deck, right? And why we've got Daredevil too. Titania can also do it. I do think Daredevil's too good not to play her. But yeah, like, a lot of Valkyrie decks just aren't built in a way which can actually win Valkyrie lanes. If that makes sense. I don't like playing Ant-Man so early either, but... We can honestly snap. Hand looks good. Does feel like we've got a much nicer curve. We never want to play Titania early, so at least Ant-Man's just a card we can just drop and get rid of. Yeah, Angela can win a Valkyrie, and that's a good point. Angela is one of the cheaper cards that can do it. But she's a 2-cost card, similar to Mojo, which can win you the Valkyrie lane, but only in the lane that you actually play her in, if that makes sense. She's not winning you the Valkyrie lane in a lane where you're not playing her. That's like what costs you 3 energy in Patriot and those kinds of things. Lizard is a big commitment, but we can actually get ahead of this Lizard kind of easily. I guess we just storm mid. So Wasp pick up some stats.
Wind, aid my hand.
Yeah, true. Valcon the Lizard. So we can actually just play the Hood into the flooded lane here. I doubt they play Jug. They might do. Seems unlikely. I'm really glad to have Daredevil back, to be honest. Obviously, see, when you're playing Daredevil, there's an argument to Pro X as well, but it's kind of just too similar to Spidey for my liking. Having said that, you can also go like Spidey and Pro X sometimes, and it's okay with this deck. Okay, so we're not really interested in ever fighting for the right lane. We want to make sure we're losing going into the next turn. We could Spidey, of course, to just secure the bag here. But the problem with the Spider-Man play here is it's likely losing us cubes overall. Losing mid to claw, that's a good point. Yeah. Okay. So I guess we should just take the Spidey. If they have claw, they probably don't play it this turn, right? They hold on to it. They Professor X. I will, because of the fear of claw, just... I mean, in fairness... Can I just do this? 9. This gets us there, right? I'm at 9. I'm ahead by 1. There's just no need. It's not ever getting us any extra cubes. I'm hitting them with the R Spectrum as well, so it wouldn't even work. I'm just hitting them with the R, guys. It's worth considering. Sometimes you can just cheese some cubes. Okay, they don't believe I'm losing. I was trying to get them to snap.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man here.
Yeah, but like they never play. Right? I should have just locked it in because obviously they concede. Robin Ford has a band called the Yellow Jackets. Oh, nice. I'll ask my dad to heard of them, DC. This is the nicest this list has ever felt. I play this deck a lot. This feels like the closest we've come to deck being correct. I don't hate the idea of just going Daredevil here and then storming it next turn. Of course, if they have a Colossus, we're in trouble. I guess we just Daredevil off to the right here. As they snap, it's likely they go Colossus this turn. Okay. Unfortunately, Titania not looking like a very good option mid. It's maybe not the best snap, considering I don't have a good Storm follow-up play. Often in this, I mean, the chances are they play right here, so they should be ahead of us, have more than 4 points. They go left. We want to not have initiative here, so I can play Titania. It might be armor by the looks of things. Electro. Yeah, there's a bad snap on my part. I mean, in fairness, the Electro is not popping off that hard, is it? This is like a reason I don't really like Ant-Man, because it's bad with Storm. But, yeah. Well, they can only play one card, right? So the logic here is to go Titania and then Debris. If they play a card... They always play a card mid. Oh, come on, dude. The logic is, we're probably losing this left lane anyway. This middle lane anyway. The sad thing is, the Debris play means they can play multiple cards as well. So it's all gone a bit pear-shaped, doesn't it? Has all gone a bit pear-shaped. GG. It was a pretty bad Storm play in general, on reflection. Shanna seems pretty bad. Mate, I thought she looked pretty flipping good, I can't lie. You just play her with Zabu and slam her last turn. So far, Ant-Man just seems bad. Nightcrawler might just be a better option. Lets us have flexibility over the Valkyrie lane. Jeff high-roll Electra into a 6-power Sunspot and still lose. How's he playing it? Is he playing it with Kazar? So Debris doesn't win me the left lane. They just concede. Cool. Is there anything deck? Yeah, Angel. Yeah, Angel. Yo, Zio, what's up, my G? Thanks so much for the raid, man. We had a lovely stream. Might just kick the Ant-Man. Yo, thanks, yo. We had a good one, man. Good, doing well. This is the leader, Zabu gamer. Storm looks like a bit of a bait here, considering I can Spidey compound.
Spider-Man here. Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man here.
Okay. Hey JHT. I feel confident. We're expecting the leader play from them, probably into Rickety Bridge to kill the debris. And we should just beat leader with Valkyrie. It's very good anti-leader. So we just go Titania off this direction and Wasp out here because of the lizard. Yeah, I mean, I guess we could just get arrowed on. We'd lose the right by 2, but we'd win this by 3. I guess this is potentially more points against leader. We beat leader either way, right? This still beats leader, so I should just play like this because this beats more things. Very balanced card, man. This game's garbage, man. Fuck this game, bro. Boring shit. This game is actually fucking trash right now. I'm done. I'm molding. Very fucking skillful gameplay, man. So skillful. Fucking pathetic. Seven body on this card, guys, and 5 stats. Somebody make it, and sorry, 5 energy. Someone make that make sense. So fucking busted. It's not that I'm surprised, I'm just fucking molding over how stupid the card is, man. Alright. That's by ridiculous. Why did you even consider playing in the Professor X zone? This was, sorry, a bit late on that. Because it was just like a way of seeing if I could get any extra cubes out. Because the Spider-Man play there is always just winning me, what, like 2 cubes, whatever it was. Whereas, like, there's some lines I could do to just farm more cubes, right? Because if I played into Professor X lane, I was winning that lane. But of course, Spectrum meant it was never even an option. And it looked dicey. Who watches the Watcher? That's not ideal, mate. I'm going to be honest. I'm not too happy about that one. Punisher wins us the Valkyrie lane, so Punisher's actually very solid here. Get quaked. There's an earthquake up in here. Hey, yeah. Gamora, eh? Shouldn't be an issue. Yeah, we always play Ant-Man in case we draw a 1-drop. There's a couple. Mainly Titania.
Spider-Man here.
Yeah, probably right. That was a better play, Bane. Oops. Actually, would it have been? I didn't have like another card to play it. Right. So, wouldn't it have lost? Because I didn't have enough. I wouldn't have had enough bodies to play mid, right? I wouldn't have got the Ant-Man through. Would have lost. Nice! We finally won a flipping game. And in fairness, Ant-Man did pop off. Ant-Man did a job. In fairness, Nightcrawler would have done a job also. Worth mentioning. Ooh. I'll snap to that. Little bit risky, but come on. We could play Wasp and then Viper that over as well. How do you think enough arrow? They should definitely make her at least 6 energy, without a shadow of a doubt. I still think she'll be too good though, honestly. Killmonger's a worry for us. Oh baby! Oh, this Titania was a little early. She's now coming back to me, innit? Which is an issue. So I needed to hold on to Titania until this turn, and then I could have gone Titania Debris. So it was a misplay on my part. Well, better now than later. That's good for us. We were struggling in Nidavellir. Where do we Ant-Man? Already here. This deck is so disgusting. Soy Boy Scream. Listen, I ain't afraid of no ghosts. Why does it feel like we might lose? Arrow was 6, yeah, but that's just because people didn't know that how good her ability was, right? Arrow on 6 energy will make Wong decks feel way too good. Why would it matter if she's 6 energy or 5 energy for Wong decks? It's literally just enough. It's just direct enough. It never makes anything better. It makes every deck with Arrow worse. She'll still be very, very good. Still no mod. Don't go Braventi on me, JHT. Every time you mention it, it just makes me find it funnier, to be honest. Mm. 7 cubes away from infinite. Good luck, man. Come on, send the sunspot into Rickety Bridge. Hey, Neva's fine. Oh, come on. I think Sentry could be 9 power, but honestly, Sentry's pretty underrated. Where's the Killmonger? I don't really think I like this demon play the more I think about it.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man here.
Could have still gone for the Viper in case armor goes this way. I definitely don't like this play I made. Obviously I can win this lane, but we are unfortunately screwed. Valkyrie could have done it if I played it differently, but like this play I made just meant that Valkyrie was never winning really. I mean, maybe not. It's not true. Yeah, Void always goes to the right, far right. Can probably get away with skipping the turn. Let's maybe get a card into Morag. There's that man here and Storm mid. I guess. Wolverine would suggest Galactus, not necessarily. With the location situation. Oops.
Wind, aid my hand.
Wave would suggest that they would play Spider-Man, which means that Sentry is bad here, right? Is Spider-Man right good? Wouldn't it be better to just... I guess it means they can't Spider-Man me. Is it really worth... I guess. I'll take your word for it. Just got Valk. Nice one, man. Nice.
Enough said, bub. Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man here.
I guess the play is Titania Demon, right? We're just playing... Yeah, I guess we just do nothing, in fact, yeah. We don't snap yet, because then they might think I've got Absorbing Man. Null would beat Valk? Yeah, but the Null's not very big. It doesn't really look like a Null build. Wave would suggest... I actually know this now, based off this meta report video and talking about Galactus decks. Actually run, okay. The snap the previous turn was definitely... I guess I could have snapped on Spidey, right? That was the key. I should just be more confident in the Spider-Man play being good. We don't want a hood here when a Viper. Same guy again. And we've got a list of card downgrades. Not handy. It's I can tell you, it's yeah, Valk, Bast, Black Panther, Shuri. They're all going down. I think that's all of them. On Super Scroll as well. And then pull 4 downgrades to 3 is Titania. So I can remember. I thought I was going to do a better job. Doesn't look like I'm playing Sentry this game. We can maybe try and fill up the right lane. Or I guess we could... Let's do this. Just cucks the Galactus. I think Galactus is more likely to go to the right, to be honest. But Debris does the job here. That wave variant is so sick. It was from the Battle Pass. I actually don't have it, even though... Actually, I didn't buy the Wave Battle Pass. It's like one of the ones I wasn't able to buy. There was a problem with buying stuff when I was in beta in my region. Feeling confident. Hobgoblin. Very sus snap, to be honest, guys. Very dodgy indeed. Just the way they roped out, right? The way they roped out, then snapped, and then did this. Just very, very dodgy indeed. Give him the sus. It was very, very sus, wasn't it? Let's be honest. Okay. Seems like our only play here, right? I can't Spider-Man and... Oh wait, no, I can do this. Easy. We go Titania, give it to them, comes back to us, so we win the left.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man here.
Daredevil Titania is just really flipping nice, man.
Neighborhood Spider-Man here.
Such a nice little bit of synergy. Obviously we could do this. They still have to play a card left, so like even Valkyrie should be kind of safe, but we'll just do this in it. We already have the Void here. The Void's just had a transformation. Hey Dan, what's up? I'm worried that YouTube chat's not been loading for me, guys. Guys, I'm so sorry that I've not replied to your stuff on YouTube. Oi, bruv. Yorishi, what's up? You suck in it, you get me. What's up, man? How you doing? Valk seems like one of the strongest cards in the game. Yeah, it was all my also down going 3. I'm making sure to have this multi-stream sort of thing for next time. Okay, thanks for the cubes. I thought I lost for a sec there. Phew. Phew. I'd love to bring a deck like this to New York City. That would be pretty flippin' awesome. I would love to bring a fun deck, to be fair. Something unique, but also I would like to win. Winning would just be very good for my quote-unquote brand. You know what I mean? Obviously, the risk with Daredevil here is that we could get Rickety Bridged, but... Bit of a weird decision with Carnage very early. We definitely concede if we get snapped on, just hands really bad. Hey camp. 16th of Feb is when I'm flying out, so I think the tournament's on the 18th of Feb. Not exactly sure how they plan on streaming it. I think it might be a little scuffed, unfortunately. Nice. This was a really good play. This worked out so well. Didn't think it would, to be honest, but it really, really did. Thanks, Camp. Thanks for the subscribes on YouTube to Motti and Julian. Welcome, guys. Lovely to have you. But yeah, I'm basically waiting to see what happens if balance changes before the event happens. And of course, there's going to be like probably quite a few... everyone's going to get quite a lot more experience with battle mode. Okay. So, our only real chance of winning the left lane is tying it with Thingamajigger. Valkyrie. We were losing this game even without the arrow. We needed Valkyrie. So yeah, Magic is also a pretty serious option for this deck. If we were to play Magic, we would cut the Ant-Man, I would guess. Which we could consider. What do you guys think? Should we give Magic a go? One of the problems I have with Magic is she does clash with Daredevil. But it's like one of those things, isn't it? You don't have to play her, of course. She clashes with Daredevil, but like she kind of clashes with Spider-Man, but not really. In fairness, we're not gonna snap because it looks like they're a Killmonger. So events on the 18th of Feb. Hey Hong. Oh, we're certainly losing the storm lane.
Wind, aid my hand.
I mean, we're actually ahead. At this. Easy, mate. Easy flipping peasy, dude. Why not Debris? It's not that free, right? I'm struggling for points a little.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man here.
And they can't Cosmo us this side. Like they can't play a card which buffs Polaris here. This was definitely the correct play. Snapping could have been an idea. But they can't, right, because of Cosmo. I could have snapped. Well, again, this is Marvel Snap Hong. It's a new-ish. Came out last year, late last year, card game from Ben Brode, who's like the main guy behind Hearthstone. And it's really a lot of fun. Valkyrie's a really interesting card because on paper her ability is fantastic, but like she's really difficult to get to work. But this is the best attempt we've had so far. What if they had Mr. Fantastic? We would have lost, I guess, yeah. Very true. Oops. I guess we just play the Ant-Man, right? Not really convinced by Ant-Man so much. I just don't like playing it early. We'll see. We'll give him more. I'm slagging him off a bit too much, innit? Okay. This is the Galactus guy we've beaten a couple of times. He probably just runs on us because we've got the better of him twice now. Fun and said this dude rage and said this game sucks. This mode is unfun a bit ago. I mean, you got me there. I did say that. You're not wrong. Wolverine's a problem, isn't it? Wolverine is a big problem for us. It's just going to keep going back to the ricketiest of bridges. I guess we just lose. I guess we just lose. True. I can't debris. So, can hope for a last turn storm. That's a very good point. That is a fair point. We just play that they don't have Galactus. We can Spider-Man them right next turn and then storm it. I guess I could have Spider-Man this turn. Yeah, Titania and Daredevil as well. Or Viper, in fact. Let's run. I don't really know why they didn't snap sooner. I would have conceded. Snap! This guy BMing me! Bruv, how many cubes have I won off this guy? How many cubes have I won off this guy? And he sends me a BM snap question mark. He's so mad. I love it. They're actually fuming. Nah, I think we got an 8 cube, we got an 8 cube game and a 4 cube game, I think, off them. BM stands for bad manners, Chris. It's actually, like, when I think of the phrase, I actually don't like it that much. Titanium balance, finally. Stands for, like, bad manners. I mean, we could storm this, seeing as I don't have yet access to... Valkyrie. What a strange play. I guess the peak just messes up Electro pretty hard, doesn't it? So, Aero on the last turn is the big concern here. Big draw on the Wasp. We're probably losing still, to be completely honest. We're too far behind in all the locations, really. We're probably losing. We needed to hit the yeah. Should have conceded. We needed to hit the Viperon Void. Oh, we can get a Collector's Reserve here, actually. Do I have 2 commons to upgrade, or do we go for a green? Yeah, I have a couple of commons to upgrade, yeah.
Frame break.
I'm probably going to call it pretty soon, guys, because there's some stuff I do want to work on for some bits to off stream. Plan is to just be live like at the usual time tomorrow, nice and early. I just woke up not feeling very good. I'm very glad I didn't stream early this morning. It would have been a bad idea. I woke up with a pretty big headache, which has now disappeared. I went for a really nice like 2-hour walk and then nice hour-and-a-half gym session. Good life choice. Is there a way to check what cards you're missing? Honestly, Storm was pretty good here. Yeah, you can search like unreleased cards or unowned cards rather. Storm into Compound, like the turn before, is a nice one. Equally though, we now have Spidey for Compound, which is probably just a little better.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man here.
The worst part is Rickety Bridge is going to be in the game forever. Yep, that is true. It will be in the game forever. Need to, I mean, I think we're just losing, to be completely honest.
Wind.
I think I liked the Storm play more than the Spider-Man play here. Spidey would have still been nice on turn 5, right? Whereas Storm was bad here. Could have gone Storm here, Spidey here, GG, easy. It was definitely the line, I think. I think trying to beat Mr. Negative is very copium, but we'll try. I love your content. First time catching you. Hey, Juan, what's up? Good to see you, man. Thanks so much. Gonna be calling it pretty soon, unfortunately. But I'm live basically every single day. Very, very balanced, guys. Very balanced stuff. That is incredibly balanced, man. And it wasn't even that good compared to what they can do. Alright, guys, I'm gonna dip. How long have Berger and Denpai been going for?
It's just from, you know, from one red light to the other red light, or if you
My two friends, Borja and Denpai, have got a new podcast. So let's go raid them. I'm gonna just grab a bite to eat and then work on some videos, guys. So thanks so much for hanging out. I really do appreciate it. It was fun. I'll be back. Like, I'm gonna just try and get back into a schedule of consistency. 8 AM starts. That's the plan for the streams. It's one of those ones today where like I wasn't feeling it. I didn't feel well. Good choice not to. But this is like a little bonus stream instead then. Nice one, guys. I really do appreciate it. It was fun. YouTubers, if you enjoyed the stream, please give a little like. Thanks for hanging out.